John Hayes. Order. I've called John Hayes. Order. No order. I can't be too hard on the member because I let the Prime Minister get away with something a little while ago, but please, when I'm on my feet, members do need to respect that. John Hayes. Question number 5.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Communications and Information Technology. What benefit will rural communities receive from the Rural Broadband Initiative signed last month?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to report to the House that the $300 million Rural Broadband Initiative is now underway. Not only have we secured an agreement that exceeds the government's RBI objectives, but we will have over 250,000 customers in rural New Zealanders who will finally get access to high-speed broadband that compares well to existing levels of urban services and prices. Vodafone and Telecom will shortly begin work on the construction of 154 new cell phone towers, upgrading 380 existing towers, as well as providing for over 3,000 more kilometres of fibre in rural areas. This is a significant milestone in rural New Zealand becoming a more connected and productive economy.
John Hayes.
Mr. Speaker, to the Minister, how will the deal increase competition for telecommunication services in rural areas, for example, Pongaroa and Porongahau? Thank you.
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, the open access provisions locked into the RBI contracts ensures competing companies can provide a variety of services in rural areas. For example, the new cell phone towers will allow for any network provider to install and use their equipment on the towers for mobile or fixed wireless services. Or with the new RBI fibre, any competitor will be able to gain access on set terms to offer their retail products. The government has used this opportunity to cement a competitive model for telecommunications provision in rural areas. Not only have we dramatically expanded broadband coverage, but we now have a pathway to improve services in the future with the development of new technologies like 4G networks.
Question number 6. I beg your pardon, Totoro Flavel, supplementary question.
Speaker, to the Minister, does the Minister agree with Dr Peter Sharples that Ngā Pū Waia, the working group negotiated by the Minister of Māori Affairs to advise on Māori interests in broadband, will enable marae, kohanga reo, kura, wānanga, iwi, runanga and Māori health and social service providers to benefit from the rollout of broadband into rural areas, and how soon does he think positive results from this initiative will be able to be shared?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, absolutely. For example, as broadband services are extended, approximately 480 marae will have access to peak internet speeds of more than 5 megabits per second, 44 of which will have access to broadband services for the first time. 100 marae will be able to choose to connect to existing telecom fibre or new RBI-funded fibre, offering them broadband access comparable to the UFB. The initiative may also provide opportunities through training programs and employment and investment opportunities as coverage rolls out. The benefits for social service provision and potential economic development will begin almost immediately in the first areas the RBI rolls out in.
Question number 6, Sumaroni.